Hi, my name is Lindsay Locke, and this is for course CDEC 1359-002, Children with Special Needs. This is my oral presentation for the final case study regarding the child with special needs that I chose. My child had autism. He is currently 2.5 years old. Over the course of this semester, I did many observations with this child. He was a very interesting case. He currently is receiving speech therapy from a therapist and has progressed tremendously in that area. They have the consult in for OT to come in, but it hasn't been fulfilled yet. So they're still waiting on something with medical to go through on that. One of the assessments that I used for the parents was found on the autism website, autism.com, I think, Autism Works website, and it's the MCHART-R because he's so small. So this was this allowed me to assess where he was at through his parents' side of view. The other assessment tool that I used came from the book The Inclusive Early Childhood Classroom by Patty Gold and Joyce Sullivan. What it does is it gives me an outline of areas where I can check what applies to this child, such as disruptive in language, disruptive in social skills, self-stimulation noted, difficulty making eye contact. And then right below that, it gives me an area where I can check any of the modifications that will help this child with his autism, such as use a variety of enforcers, respond sensitively to the child's ability, model language using the pronoun I instead of saying Tommy is going up the slide, say I am going up the slide, because with a child who has echolalia, they will repeat this phrase. So it's important that you say I'm going up the slide or I'm climbing, so forth and so on. So a couple of the goals that I set for the child that I observed were to increase eye contact when wanting something. I noticed that at daycare, he would just go up to the provider and he would hand her something and his head would be down and there'd be no eye contact, there'd be no addressing. So I worked with the provider and with the parents and was able to say, hey, when he comes to you, when he wants something, he needs to eye contact you. So you just point your eyes and go, up here, I'm right here. I'm right here. So he has to make eye contact with you before he's able to complete the task. Another goal that I set, because I think it would be really good for him, is I wanted a pictorial schedule of things both at daycare and then at home. This child thrives off of consistency, and when his day is interrupted or he gets dropped off late or he gets dropped off early, he doesn't know what to do. If he's in a different environment, he doesn't know what to do. So this is something that I asked if both of us can do. I was able to provide some pictures that I had found on the internet to go with that. So to go along with that, some of the lesson plan ideas that I have is child does have a sensory aversion. So I've picked out plastic bag painting. I was told by the teacher and noticed as well that when he paints, he just kind of dabs. So this was a way to get him interested in that. So you take paint and paper and put it in a plastic bag, and you can allow the child to squish it with his fingers or with a popsicle stick. But that's a way to get him more into art. The technology lesson plan that I used is from See and Speak. It is a really cool website that can be downloaded onto the iPad, and it can use pictures that you have in your own picture in your own pictures. So like the parents can use pictures of his new baby brother and say, this is brother, but it's a game that'll play along with him, so he'll start to identify people. And I figured that this would be a great way, because he's going to school soon, going to PPCD soon, that he could get comfortable with the bus or with his teachers or with his other classmates. So that's the one I chose for technology. Another one I chose was a big cardboard box with blocks. He's not, the noise doesn't mind him so much, but I thought that this would really help him fine motor wise to develop those skills. So you take a large cardboard box and you put something like a pad at the bottom of it just to cancel the noise, and then you encourage the child to play with the blocks in the box so that when they crash, it doesn't make a loud noise as well. And then the fourth lesson plan activity I put on there was exploring food. He does have a food aversion, so I figured that this was a great activity to try to get him to eat more foods. I also really liked the assignment we had to do with this, where they kept suggesting things to him and put it on his plate, and okay, that's fine, you don't have to eat it. So I figured that this was a great way for the parents to get him to eat more and the provider to get him to have a more balanced diet. Overall, I think the child will do very well once OT is able to come in and help him out. I do see some strengths in the family. They are bonding very well. I think once they were able to get over the initial shock of the diagnosis, they are now doing what's best for their child. A lot of the things that I suggested, they were very adamant about doing, and they sent me progress pictures on it as well. One of the things I see him having a hard time with is when he goes to school and he's in a large school setting and he's not allowed to freely roam and he's not allowed to just do whatever he wants. So we shall see how they go. I am friends with the family, so we will see how it goes. But thank you so much for letting me present on my child with autism. Have a great day. Bye.